Tav X Hebrews. Purity and becoming one. Good rising to all y'all brews out there. Happy Sunday morning to you. Wherever you might be. Whew. Hope all is well with you. Wherever you are, whoever you are, watching this stream. I ain't gonna keep y'all long at all. I've been up since early this morning. Whew. Goodness gracious. Been up since early this morning, Hebrews. Had to come out and get some blood flow. And no, I did not feel like coming out this morning. I actually wanted to sleep late. How you doing? I actually wanted to sleep late. But you know, it ain't all about doing what you want to do. In fact, the quickest way to get what you really want is to do what you don't want to do most of the time. I can't make this up. I wouldn't make this up. I want y'all to hit the like button as you enter in the stream this morning. I know a lot of y'all probably still in bed, rolling over. You might be cooking breakfast right now. Maybe you in the crib listening to some music early Sunday morning while you do whatever it is that you do. Whether that's cleaning, doing laundry, stuff around the house. Maybe somebody out there was meditating themselves. Maybe you were studying. Maybe you were reading. And then you got the notification, saw that your brother was in here, so you popped up. Either way, good to see you, whoever you are, wherever you are out there in the world. Language is spiritual technology, fam. Your words are very powerful. And not just the words that you say, you know, externally, outside. The words that you repeat to yourself on the inside, they matter very much. In fact, they probably matter the most. Your self-talk. That's why I said language is spiritual technology. You build things with your words. And you also destroy things with your words. Everything is based in duality, y'all. You got to learn not to disrespect yourself with your own self-talk, fam. A lot of us do that. We will literally self-sabotage our whole day by saying stuff like, I'll give you an example, right? Maybe you'll have an incident, something will take place, something will occur that you don't like. Maybe you'll catch a flat tire. Maybe you'll have an argument with your spouse, your family member, your next door neighbor, whatever it is. Something goes awry. And then the words that you repeat out of your mouth, you say something like, man, this stuff always happened to me. when something bad happens. Or you might even actually form your mouth to say, man, bad stuff always happening to me. You got to stop saying stuff like that. You got to start guarding your words, Hebrew. When you say stuff like that, you know what happens? You actually start believing that. And then that becomes your inner self-talk, even when you're not repeating it consciously. And it just runs on autopilot in the background. And that's what you emit from your very being. Y'all, everything around us is giving off vibrations, y'all. Everything. When I say everything, I mean everything. Look at this tree right here. Y'all see these leaves right here? These leaves are vibrating, believe it or not, fam. The very ground that you walk on is vibrating. Everything vibrates. Even though it looks like it's standing still. Did you just hear that sound confirmation? You hear the nice little birdies chirping and whatnot on a nice Sunday morning. It does feel good out here. It's my first day doing some exercise, getting some blood flow since my horrific experience of about a week ago. It was bad too, y'all. Stomach was doing jumping jacks and somersaults. Crazy diarrhea, losing all kind of fluids at an all-time high. So I wasn't able to do no kind of physical activity. I don't even know how I was able to go to work and function, family. I really don't. But you know what? I take that back. Yeah, I do. It was the power of the Most High God that allowed me to make it through. Language is spiritual technology. What is your self-talk like when nobody is around? When it's just you and it ain't nobody else around. Hey, even when you go to sleep at night, what is your self-talk like when you go to sleep, when you are asleep? You know you still talk to yourself when you sleep, right? It's called your subconscious. All of us. What we got to learn how to do, we got to learn how to make the unconscious conscious. Once we figure out how to make the unconscious conscious, you know what? It's like cleaning the mirror in your house, but you're cleaning the mirror on the inside of you. If anybody made that live yesterday, we read from the complete 54 book Apocrypha. Let me get to a little shade so I can see this comment because it's a little bright out here. I can't see. We got Joshua the Levite in the building. What's going on, Joshua the Levite? Joshua the Levite says, Shalom and Mr. Real Talk, top of the morning. Shalom to you, Ak, and top of the morning to you, brother. Coming from the other Washington on the West Coast. I'm out here on the East Coast, Washington. So from Washington to Washington, what's good, bruh? Hope all is well with you, Joshua the Levite. Good to see you this early Sunday morning. All you other brews out there who will watch this and catch this at whatever time you catch it, good to see y'all. Language is spiritual technology. On the live stream yesterday, we read from the complete 54 book Apocrypha, and it was pretty interesting. Anybody who didn't see that live yesterday, I encourage y'all to go back, check that joint out. It was telling you how the Most High basically created everything in this world and other worlds from 22 letters. It was very deep and very interesting, y'all. And it just made me really, 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 really think. Language is spiritual technology. That's why so many times before we even understood stuff like this, Too many times to count. If there's anybody in this chat right now, have you ever been somewhere, you were with people that you know, right? But it's other people that y'all all know you haven't seen in a while. And somebody might say, hey, what's up with Tommy, y'all? What's up with that dude, Kevin? I ain't seen Kevin in a while. And as soon as you say that, or somebody say that, you look up and here come Kevin walking around the corner. Has anybody, I know that y'all didn't experience that. I know it's at least one person in this chat right now who has experienced something like that before. If it is, let me know. That's what I mean when I say language is spiritual technology. You can actually build things with your words, spoken and unspoken, y'all. That's why we gotta watch how we think. We gotta watch how we talk to ourselves. Self-talk. Look, your self-talk will either make you or break you. What is your self-talk like, Hebrew? When it ain't nobody else around, when it's just you, when you in bed at night, when you go to sleep, your mind, your body is still running. Every one of us has a man or a woman inside of us, which is ourself, a little version, running a program. And here's the thing, do you realize that? I didn't always realize that, but once you realize that, you can't unsee it. And once you understand that, it's your job to identify what kind of program is running in the background, fam. Look, it's just like y'all, you on a computer, you on a laptop, you on a desktop. You might be on that joint and you open up different tabs, right? But when it's time to log out, you ready to get out, but then it'll say something running in the background. You be like, oh snap, I didn't even know that junk was running in the background. That's how it is with us. There's an inner person inside of all of us, y'all. And if we don't make him conscious, if we're not consciously aware of exactly who we are at that little spot, we're not going to know what program is being run. And that's the program that's going to dictate all of our lives right there. So we gotta figure it out. We have to identify who that little fella is. And then once we identify who he is, then we can take control of him. And see, now you're cooking with fish grease at this point, fam. That's why you hear that sound confirmation in the background. That train running on a Sunday morning. Let me read some of these comments. Y'all hit that like button on y'all way in here. Earth Healing Angel says, Shalom and welcome, brother, at Mr. Real Talk, at Joshua the Levite and all the family. That's right. What up, Earth Healing Angel? Joshua the Levite says, at Mr. Real Talk, words bring you back. Let me get out of this, son. Words bring you back to a certain time or event. Yes, they do, Joshua the Levite. Earth Healing Angel says, family, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your attendance. That's right. Joshua the Levite says, at Earth Healing Angel, Shalom. Shalom to all of y'all on this live stream, and shalom to all of y'all who will catch on the playback. Fam, listen to the pretty little birdies get their chirp on. You feel me? I love the birdies, fam. I'm a nature kind of guy, you feel me? But that sun is in my face. Hold up. I'm a nature kind of guy, right? little graffiti artists did whatever they did. Fam. You, me, every one of us, we have got to take control of our self-talk. Believe it or not, your self-talk is literally going to make you or it's going to break you. Okay? Like I said, sometimes when something bad happens, what we will do, gotta stop doing this though. You might stub your toe, break your ankle, get a flat tire. Maybe you get laid off. Maybe you have an argument with one of your family members, whatever. And then right after that, we'll say something like, man, this kind of stuff always happened to me. You might say it out loud, verbally. You might say it inside. Both of those things are dangerous, right? What you got to do sometimes, you got to catch yourself. I've done it before. Since I became aware of this, like something might happen and in the heat of the moment, I might get enraged, right? Something might happen in the heat of the moment. I say, dang, man, this kind of stuff always happen or whatever. As soon as I catch myself, I stop, slam on the brakes, I go back and I correct that verbiage. And I say, no, this kind of stuff does not always happen. And you go back and you say whatever you need to say, put it out there verbally, okay? And you think that inside. I'm telling y'all, we've been led astray about everything, about the Most High God, about religion, about school, about money, about health, about love. It ain't nothing that we ain't been lied to and led astray about, y'all. And one of the biggest things that we've been led to misunderstand is the use and the power of words. Words can make somebody's day or break somebody's day. Words can pick somebody up off of the ground when they're ready to give up. Words can make somebody crash out and just spaz out and throw their life away in 1.2 seconds because of something that somebody said. That's how powerful words are. Not only what we say to others, but most importantly, what we say to ourselves. Everything starts with you in the mirror, right? I ain't talking about the mirror in your bathroom or the mirror in your living room. I'm talking about the mirror of your soul. What you say to yourself, I told y'all, all of this stuff, I'm waving my hand right now through all kind of invisible matter. All of this invisible matter can hear my thoughts. It can hear my vibration. It knows who I really am, regardless of who I say I am, with my mouth, what I tell people I am, what I proclaim I am. All this invisible matter around me, it knows the real me. It can feel and hear my thoughts and my vibration. That's why you don't get what you want. You don't get what you desire. What's going to come into your world, going to come into your life is what you are vibrating at. That's how it goes. It's not optional. The universe doesn't have a choice. They're going to bring to you what you are emanating from your heart and your soul. That's why you got to take control of your self-talk, take control of your thoughts, take control of your words. Words are spiritual technology. Use them wisely, Hebrew. Did you hear that sound confirmation as I just said that? I want y'all to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. This was probably the roughest day, right? The roughest morning for me because of this fact. Last week, I was down terribly bad. Bubble guts, diarrhea, upset stomach. I think I had food poisoning, y'all. I'm not exactly sure what it was, but it tore me up, weakened me, dehydrated me, depleted me. I haven't done any physical activity, no blood flow, no exercise. Today was my first day jumping back in the game. I said, you know what? We're going to do this. I don't care how I'm feeling, how tired I am. We're going to do this because I told myself I was going to do it. Discipline, y'all. That's the same kind of discipline it's going to take to get control of your thoughts, control of your words. Once you start to control your thoughts, you'll be able to control your words. Most importantly, the words that you're speaking to yourself. Self-talk, I'm telling you, you'll be surprised. You might not even really understand. You might not even actually been aware until I just really brought it to your attention. Every one of us do a lot of self-talk every day, all day. Even since we were little kids, you was doing self-talk. But now you got to become aware of it. All of us got a little man or a woman inside of us constantly talking all the time. What is that voice saying? And if it's not saying something that you approve of, then you need to change the commentary. Sound confirmation again. I don't know if y'all heard that. You need to change the commentary. Only you can do it. And once you do it, for different people, it'll take different amounts of time depending on how good you are at it. Okay? And you're going to have to be honest too. I'm going to have to be honest. Who are you inside? What are you saying to yourself when nobody's looking? How do you talk to yourself? Do you disrespect yourself when ain't nobody around? Do you degrade yourself? Do you always think negatively? And if the answer is yes, then you're wondering why all you having is torment in your life. And I'm looking funny at this Negro right now, stalling in the middle of the street. I'm in DC, y'all. When you see suspicious activity, you gotta take note. Stop sabotaging your own self, Hebrews, with negative self-talk. You think nobody's listening? The universe is listening. All the invisible matter. Look at this. All this stuff around me you can't see. Invisible protons, neutrons, electrons, black matter, invisible matter. That stuff is alive, and it can hear, and it can feel. It can feel your thoughts. It can feel your vibrations. You can think I'm making it up if you want, but I guarantee you, every single one of us that's alive on this earth right now, whatever kind of situation or circumstances we find ourselves in, it's because deep down, all the way in the inside, that's our vibration right there. And once we understand that there are infinite number of vibrations and frequencies are like radio channels. There are an infinite number, sound confirmation, there are an infinite number of frequencies and vibrations that one can tune to. They already exist. What's up, bro? Just like all these radio stations out there. There are thousands and thousands of radio stations that already exist, but you can only hear it once you tune to it, okay? To the people who serve and worship the Most High and Him only, we're tuned into a certain frequency too, and it's called Old Testament only. That's why we're able to understand that it's all about the Most High God and nobody else, because that's the frequency that we're tuned to. That frequency was always there way before we tuned into it. You see that? The frequencies in the world are literally infinite. They're already there. Once you get tuned to it on the inside, that's the way this world works, y'all. They lied to us about everything, y'all. A lot of stuff, we literally gonna have to go out there and search and dig and deep sea dive on our own. That's the world we live in. And the Most High God says He hides Himself, and not only does He hide Himself, He hides information. And it's His glory to hide these things, and it's our glory to seek these things out, and we are seeking it out. Earth Healing Angel says, thank you, family, for getting the likes up. You are very much appreciated. That's right. I appreciate every last one of y'all out there. All of y'all out there are the best. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive, Hebrew. Words are spiritual technology. You need to start treating every single word. What's up, bro? Treat every single word like it's a literal brick. You can use a brick to throw it through somebody's window and cause chaos, or you can use a brick to build a foundation, build a house, build a mansion. What you gonna do with the words? It's all up to you, Hebrew. I got up this morning and said, you know what? This is day one of my real recovery. Day one of getting back to blood flow, physical activity. Got my 2-mile jog in. I did me 50 bodyweight squats, 300-second dead hangs. I'm feeling pretty good right now, although initially I did not want to come out. Because I knew it was going to be rough. Y'all, this Negro. I just looked around. This Negro had, I thought it was somebody in the passenger seat with a mask on about to act a fool. But actually what it was, he got the passenger seat dressed up like it's another person, and he got a scary mask on there. Tell you, Negroes is off the hook. But it does feel good out here. I'm glad that I came out, got my blood flowing, did a little mental gymnastics, got my mental blood flowing as well. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Earth Healing Angel has laughing emoji. I hope y'all have a great rest of the day out there. You guys and gals be blessed. And you know what? If you can get out today, get yourself some blood flow, go on out and do just that. I'm probably about to go, make me a couple of runs, maybe get me some good old fruit juice. I think I want some fruit juice this morning. Listen to the bird finish singing their little morning song. I'm telling y'all, it ain't nothing like coming out early in the morning and getting to it right off the break. Because then after you come out, get your little exercise in, get your blood flow, whether you want to or not, it doesn't matter. After it's over, you're going to feel good. Trust me. You always feel good when you do stuff that you don't want to do after it's over. And also, when you do stuff like that, it calcifies your spirit, calcifies your brain, makes you more tough. It programs your body and your spirit to say, hey, you know what? We need this. You know what? This is who we are. This is what we do. Regardless of how we feel, the mission must be carried out, then the mission gonna get carried out. Got nothing to do with emotions, got nothing to do with how I'm feeling. And that's what we all gotta do. We gotta learn how to be non-negotiable when it comes to certain things. Like whatever kind of program we running, we gotta learn to make that non-negotiable. Doesn't matter how tired we are, doesn't matter if you got a stomach ache, a belly ache, whatever, because we all can come up with a reason. At the end of the day, we can all come up with a reason why we can't do it, right? I had 1,000,001 reasons this morning. Hey, I don't feel good. Hey, I'm tired. Hey, I'm sore. I ain't did nothing in more than a week. I can't do it. I could have said all of that, but I didn't do that. Israel Kingdom of Saints says, Shalom, Mr. Real Talk Strength emoji. And he says, and family. Shalom to you, Israel Kingdom of Saints. And shalom to everybody else out there. Hope y'all having a good Sunday morning so far, fam. And remember that your words are spiritual technology. Use them wisely. Airfield Angel says, Shalom and welcome at Israel Kingdom of Saints. It's always good to see all of y'all. I love everybody in the live chat and everybody who watch on the playback. I love everybody that's on this channel. That's what we about, y'all. Love for the brothers and sisters. This channel was originally made and founded out of love. That's what it's all about. I told y'all I originally made this channel. My original goal starting this channel was just to come out and try to help less people get shot and killed around here. That was the original goal. I had no idea I would be on here at some point reading Bible scriptures and all that. I didn't even know I was an Israelite when I first started this YouTube channel right here. And look where I'm at today. Not saying that I'm all that or nothing, but I'm a long way from where I thought I was gonna be at. I didn't think I was gonna be here at all doing nothing like this. I was not planning on being on YouTube, fam. All praises to the Most High God and Him alone. Choose your words wisely. Watch how you speak to yourself. And just be conscious of that. Just monitor your thoughts on the inside, what you're saying to yourself. And once you're going to be shocked, if you're honest, most of us are going to be shocked once we realize the kind of stuff, the way we be disrespecting ourselves, how we be talking to ourselves, belittling ourselves, saying words of destruction to ourselves on the daily. Most of us are going to be shocked when we realize we've been doing that for years and years. So now what you got to do, you got to become aware of it. Make the unconscious conscious, become aware of it. And now you start directing that little man or that little woman deep down inside. And then they're going to run on the program that you tell them to run on. And then you're going to start emanating a different kind of frequency, a vibration. The frequencies and vibrations that we can tune to are infinite, just like radio stations. They already exist. You just can't see it yet. I can't see it yet because I'm not tuned to that frequency yet. But once we are, it happens just like that. Life is a mirror. It's not a window. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, Hebrews. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.